Hi everybody. So today for maths, you are going to be completing a pre-assessment for our next topic, which is going to be multiplication. Now, you know that for a pre-assessment, we have a go at everything and we do our own work so that our teacher can see what we need to learn. And we know that it doesn't matter if we make mistakes or if something's too hard or too difficult, because we need to remember that this is just a pre-assessment, meaning that we need to see the things that you need to learn and we need to see the things that you already know so we don't teach them to you again, and then so we can challenge you a bit further. Okay, so today you're going to be completing that. So there is no need to get upset or worried if something's too hard, because remember, this is before the learning and we're going to be teaching you all about multiplication after this. So today, all work that you do requires a photo. So any work that you do for maths today, it doesn't matter how many pieces of paper you use, we need a photo of all of it. This is part of our assessment, and if we don't have a photo, then we can't see your work and see what you can do and what you can't do, and then there's really no point to have done it in the first place. So please make sure that you are taking photos and sending them to us when you are finished. Okay, we're doing a assessment on multiplication, as I said before. This is going to work a bit different because we're not at school. It's very hard for us to modify the assessment for you for your level. Okay, so there are 3 levels to this assessment. There's sort of an easy-ish level, and then a medium level, and then a bit of a challenging level at the end. So you're going to start at level 1 and work through them. If you are doing level 1 and you find that it was too hard for you, then don't go on to level 2. Okay? If you do level 1 and it's fine, then go to level 2. If you get to level 2 and you think, oh, this was hard, I couldn't do it, then don't go to level 3. Okay, but if you could do it, or if there was only a couple of things you weren't sure of, or if you just want to challenge yourself to see how you go to level 3 and do level 3 as well. Then remember, you need to take photos of all of that work and send it through to us. Okay, whatever you do, doesn't matter if you get to a level and you start something and then you go, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. Even whatever you've written down, we want to see a picture of it. Okay, don't forget that. You can do this assessment in one of 2 ways. So you can either print the slides on an A4 paper. If you would like to do it that way, then it would be just like you were doing it at school. Or you can draw the how the assessment looks, you'll see on the next slide, into your book. You can get a parent or an adult at home to help you, and you can copy out the questions neatly as well. Make sure when you're copying them out, you do it really neatly. That's why we said maybe get a parent to help you, because if it's messy and we can't read it, we're not going to be able to see what you can do and what you can't do. Okay? Whichever way you choose, please take a photo of your assessments and send them to us. This is compulsory. Compulsory means it has to be done. So whatever you do, take photos. I've said it now 3 times. We should know whatever we're doing, we're taking photos. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go through each level and I'm going to explain it. I'm going to read all of the questions and point them out to you, just in case you can't read them yourself. Okay, so we're going to do that in just a second. But before I do that, I'm just going to make a note to parents that we do not want you helping your child with this assessment. The purpose of this pre-assessment is for us to know what they can do and what they can't do. And if they are getting too much help, the assessment's going to come back to us looking like they can do everything. Okay, and we don't want that. We want them to be making mistakes. We want them to have trouble so that we know what we can teach them, so we can see their growth from what they did already know to what they will know at the end of our teaching. Okay, that's really important. We're going to be sending an email about it. It's going to be on Google Classroom. Please do not help them. The only way you can help them is by drawing it in their books for them to make it neat, or if they need extra help reading the questions. Please do not help them with solving. Do not give any strategies. If they say this is hard, just turn around and say, I know it's hard, but just do your best. I can't help you with the answers. Stephanie, Anna, and Carla need to see what you can do. Okay, just reassure them in that way. All right, it's really important, but we really thank you and appreciate your support in that manner. Okay, let's go on to explaining. So this is the level 1 assessment that you're going to be doing. There's 2 parts. So there's this part and then this part. So first of all, you are going to be solving 5 multiplied by 4, 5 times 4, and you're going to show us 4 different ways. So first of all, you're going to show us the groups of strategy. I can't tell you what that means right now, but you just do whatever you think the groups of strategy would look like, and you'll draw it in this space, whether you've printed this out or drawn it up in your book. So make sure when you do this chart here, think board, is on a whole page. So do each one on a whole page so you have enough room here to draw the bits and pieces that you need to be drawing. Then you're going to show us using the arrays strategy. Whatever you think that is, you're going to draw it down here. I can't tell you. Whatever you think, draw, write, whatever you think arrays is to show 5 times 4. Then on this side, you're going to do the repeated addition strategy. Okay, I can't tell you what that is again, but here you're going to write or draw what you think the repeated addition strategy would look like for 5 times 4. At the bottom here, you are going to show us the commutative property. Now that's a big word, and if you don't know what it means, that's okay. But just have a go down here and try and show us what you think the commutative property is. On the next part, there are some sums here that are multiplying by 0, multiplying by 1, 2s, 3s, 5s, and 10s. So just solve them as best you can, write in the answers, and then take a photo and send it to us. Next, once you get through all that, if you think, yeah, you know what, that was pretty easy, I kind of knew what I was doing there, we want you to go to the level 2, okay? Even if this was a little bit tricky in some areas, it would be good if you could try level 2 just to see how you go. But then if you get to it and you're like, whoa, this is too hard, don't worry about it. So level 2 looks like this. It's going to be a very similar thing. So you're still going to do groups of strategy, arrays strategy, repeated addition strategy, and commutative property, but for the sum 32 times 4. So it's bigger numbers, it's a bit trickier. See how you go. Okay, and then on the next slide, there's another one. So again, it's times 0, times 1, 2s, 3s, 5s, 10s. But then there's also some worded problems as well that you can solve. Now, we've just done worded problems for addition, so you can still use the cubes strategy to solve these. Go back through the week 5 slides if you need to, week 4, sorry, slides if you need to find out how to do that. Sorry, it is week 5. My brain's all muddled. If you get through this and you think, you know what, even that was still all right, I only got stuck on a couple of things, but mostly was pretty easy, then you could go and try level 3, okay? And this is going to be a little bit trickier. There's no think board, but we want you to solve these problems in the most efficient, which means the quickest and the easiest way that you know. So what's the easiest and quickest way for you to solve 24 times 17? What's the easiest and quickest way for you to solve 14 times 32? What's the easiest and quickest way for you to solve 27 times 28? We don't want you to use a calculator or anything like that. We want to see if you have some mental strategies on how to do this. You might like to think about some strategies we've already used in the past and how you could change them a bit for multiplication. Then down here, we'd like you to solve these problems using the partitioning strategy. So I'm not going to tell you how that looks. We've heard of partitioning before when we've done addition. So we're going to see if we can do that. See if you can kind of figure out what you need to do to solve these problems using the partitioning strategy. We'll teach you how to do it later on, but just have a go yourself and see how you go. And then we've got solve these multiplication facts. So we've got a whole bunch of times tables all the way up to 12s, okay? And that is it for the assessment. But remember that you need to, exit this now. Remember that you need to, sorry, Take photos of everything that you are doing. Got a bit confused there. Take photos of everything that you are doing, send it through to us so that we can see what you can do, and then we'll be able to do our planning for your multiplication learning, which is going to be really exciting. Multiplication is a great topic. I'm looking forward to teaching it to you. Okay, so good luck with your assessment. Take your time, don't rush, do as much as you can. Remember, if it's hard, that's fine. You don't need to get worried or upset. It just means that that's something that you're going to learn in the next few weeks. Okay, all right, enjoy and good luck. Bye.